sensation. Let me make you sing and you taste buds. When all we want for you to see is how we living in a blessed country. Yeah. Hello, you guys out there. Welcome to the Singing Chef Show. Right, and I'm Eon John, your singing chef. Well, what we're gonna do is today is something kind of exciting, right? We're gonna do Channa meatballs, and then we're gonna do a spicy ragu sauce, and then we're gonna put it with some lovely pasta here. Well, you know, it's just fusilli pasta, but pasta you can use any kind of pasta. It doesn't matter. You can use spaghetti, you can use penne pasta, any one of those things that you can get your hands on, right? So it's fairly inexpensive meal. It's a great way, like a different way to use channa, okay? Which is chickpea, by the way, for you guys that are listening that are not Guyanese or may not understand what we're talking about. Okay, great. So what we're gonna do is we've got our pasta boiling here. And I think the wise thing to do is let's put our ragu sauce on first because it needs, you know, it needs to cook. That one needs to cook the longest. Okay, wonderful. So we're gonna put some coconut oil in here. And don't worry, you know, hurt your head trying to remember any of this. We're just showing you how we do it. All the ingredients and all that kind of stuff will come up on your screen periodically. And we do that, put a couple of bay leaves in there. There's lots of ways to make a spicy ragu sauce. This is the way that I do it, you know, but you know, you guys can improve on it if, you know, depending on your taste, that's no problem, right? Okay, I'm putting garlic in here. And then we can ask the camera to come over a bit closer and just show the garlic is in there because it's a small pot. There you go. And then what we're gonna do, the next thing is we're gonna put some tomato paste there. Wonderful, look at that, right? And we get it, just get it in there in the oil. Then we're going to put some fresh tomatoes, just because that adds such a beautiful twang to the sauce. And you hear that? Oh yes. And then we got some sugar and salt there going in at the same time. Only about like a teaspoon and a half a teaspoon, right? You don't need a lot with this. And I'm gonna just let that cook up. And you're saying where the onions? Well, you don't actually need onions in a ragu sauce. Some people like it, but I think with this one it's better that it's not because I want it to be more sharp, right? Because we want it to be spicy. Good. So we're gonna put some tomato sauce in there. And that's tomato sauce. Anytime the tomatoes get really cheap in the market, I take them, I go to the market and I grab them and I bring them home and I boil it, do a little bit of a boil on it, and then with some water, and then once it goes down a little bit, reduce about a third, I just put a whizzer in there and I make my own tomato sauce. And I'll tell you, you can keep it in the freezer, you can pasteurize it, which I'm gonna do one show about pasteurization. Okay, and what do we have here? We got like a little bit of wiri wiri pepper I'm gonna put in there, right? Just to spice it up a little bit. I'm gonna add a little bit of spice later on, but I wanna get the flavor first before I do all that, right? And then, to make it spicy, you see how it looks spicy nicey, right? And look at that. Just add some nice black pepper to it, right? So that's our spicy ragu sauce. And we're gonna leave that, let that cook. And you see right over here, right? So Mr. Number One camera, there you're there. Okay, you see that's a nice, that's got a nice boil on it. This is the time to add the pasta in. So we're gonna have the pasta going. And during all this time, while these are cooking, they take about 10 minutes, we're gonna get on our way and we're going to make the Channa meatballs. Oh yes. Okay, so what we need, we're gonna do it with this bowl. We got a Channa here, right? Now you can use fresh Channa, you can use canned Channa, but with the normal Channa like this, what you have to do is you gotta make sure that you soak it overnight, right? Probably about a day and a half, actually, I reckon. And then you let them get really soft, where they're about like this, right? And once you get to that point, you can either cook them or you can use it for anything else that you want, but this we're gonna use this in this. We're gonna use this in this situation to make our lovely Channa burgers. Oh, not burgers, but meatballs. Right, let me just put this over here. Right, I want to mix this up a little bit. This is all going to make sense in a second. Okay. Now I'm only putting 1 egg right now because I don't want it to be too wet, right? And I'm going to get this bad boy over here. And, ooh, look at that. Right. We want to get all this in there. Right. Right. Now this is a bit, it's not as smooth as I want it to be, so we're going to add the other egg. Right. Right, so let's get this all together. Put that thing up there. Now look at that. Now it's doing what I want it to do. Okay, now that looks pretty good. Let me just take the rest of that out of here. Excellent. Right. The thing is with cooking, a lot of it is just preparation. As long as you prepare, it doesn't really take that long to actually cook. Right, so you can get your beans ready, chop your stuff up like in the morning before you go to work. By the time when you come home, boom, you just get to that kitchen and you just do what you have to do. Right, just let's rest this over here. Excellent. Right, excellent. Right, here we go. That's a nice mixture there. Lovely. So what we're gonna do, we are going to put some onions in there. Not all of these. And I've got onions and wiri pepper mixed up. Right. Paprika. So I got some all-purpose seasoning there. Some salt. Right. Baking powder. Right. Now that's some cumin. That's really important. That really dries it, gives it that earthy flavor, right? And I've got some thyme and basil there. And here, just to make it look pretty and make it taste really delicious, I've got some parsley and celery and green onions. Right, let's move all this here before I give it a mix. Right, let's take all this off. Right, get things out your way. I'm gonna add a little, oh, there's the black pepper. I've left some black pepper here. Right, I wanna mix all this together. You see, you get that really lovely mix there. Look at that. Right, and I want all this to go in there. And I wanna make this all mixed together very nicely. Great. So, what we are going to do is we're going to add, that's about 3 tablespoons of flour. And we're going to add some of the breadcrumbs. Fabulous. And at this point, it's time for me to really squeeze it together and get this beautiful mix. Wonderful. And once we get this mix, we can just leave it there. Leave it in a nice thing. Because we got the baking powder in there, we're going to leave it for about 10 minutes, and then we'll be back to make our meatballs, our Channa meatballs. Okay, so we'll just cover that. Yeah. Welcome to the world of the singing chef. We gonna make you sing and you taste buds red. From the Cameroon River to East Coast, from East to the Eastern Shore to Georgetown City. From the Quarantine River to Linden Town, all we want for you to do is sit back and enjoy the show. So just take your time and then come let we kick a Hey, now a pasta sauce. Look at that, that ragu sauce is looking really good. You see it's turning into something quite extraordinary. And our pasta looks like it's almost ready. I'm gonna make some meatballs, and then I'm gonna strain that pasta because I don't want it to overcook. I need it to be al dente, as they say, and that in Italian means to the teeth, which you gotta taste some of the texture of it. You don't want it to be too soft. Okay. So to make our meatballs, I've turned on this fire. Or Channa meatballs. Yes. Cover that bottom. Right, so we're good. We're good. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So let's get some meatballs so we can fill the bottom there. Just put like a little bit in your hand like this. Actually, let me put some oil on my hand because it'll help it make sure that it doesn't stick too much. All right. And I found some beautiful mozzarella upstairs. So any kind of cheese you could use. I'm just gonna put a little surprise into my meatballs. Yes. Okay, lovely. And you can see how quick and fun these are to make. It's not like it's that much trouble. It's like, wow, as long as you're prepared, right? And you don't have to get a perfect circle, seriously. I mean, life is too short, isn't it? Well, I don't know. Okay, here we go. Get a nice chunk of cheese, stick it in there. Ooh, yes. I'm loving it. Pa, 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 pa. Right, here we go. Nice little one. Look, my oil is like, please give me something. I want something to eat. Okay, hold on. Let's put some more in there. I think that could take maybe about 7 meatballs. So let's get these. And don't worry about me. I'm just not taking that much care about it because it doesn't really matter. Oh my God, they're meatballs. All right. Let's get some of that cheese in there, boy. Make sure you take all those cheese. Yeah. I love it. You know, I'm really surprised how well the chickpea the Channa actually holds together. It really holds together well. Okay. So now if I was doing it in the kitchen, my sous chef, I'll be doing the bond, and my sous chef will be giving me the balls of cheese. I'm doing it all just for you on TV. Haha. Okay, right. Okay. I think we can go another 4 maybe. Let's get some bigger ones. Bigger. Don't want to make them too big though. I don't like really huge meatballs. Well, some people do. So you can make them as big as you like. I'll take that back. Oh, I just love hiding surprises in things like this. And I'll show you what we're going to do. We're going to roll it in we're going to roll them Oh, let it turn it down. That's smoking a little bit too much. Okay. Let that just cool off. I'll turn it off. Turn it back on when I'm ready. Okay. I mean, you could do this way before, but I'm cooking like I'm trying to on this show. I'm trying to imitate like what you imagine if you come home and you like got this idea and this is what you want to do. You'll be cooking like this. You know, everything is going at the same time. Now that's off. These are ready. What I'm going to do is just going to strain the pasta really quickly, even with my meatball hands to make sure that it doesn't overcook. Right, right. Here we go. Pasta is strained. I'm going to put that right back in the pot. Turn the pot off. Stick a little one of my funny covers here over it. Bam! That's the pasta. Very good. And we can take this and we put this on the side. So, and I can go back to making the rest of my meatballs. Right? And that's another thing I could tell you guys is never be rushed by your pot. Just turn it off if you're like not quite ready for it. It's hot, so like you see, as soon as I put something in there, that's gonna get going. You turn the fire back on, and you're just as good. There we go. And I think let's make this into our last one. Oh, I'm loving these. I'm loving the look of them. You got all that gooey mozzarella in the middle, but you can use any cheese, like especially when your cheese getting kind of old and it's in your fridge. This is the perfect way to use it up, you know. And okay, so what we're gonna do is I'll be back. I'm gonna to stick this in there. We're just gonna let them sit for about a minute, and then we're gonna put them in. Yeah. Welcome to the world of the singing chef. We gonna make you sing and you taste buds red. From the Pomeranian River to the East Coast, from East to the Eastern Shore to Georgetown City. I can really walk about it, the hinterlands from the Corinthine River to Linden. All we want for you to do is sit back and enjoy the show. So just take your time and then come Louis. Yeah, our ragu is ready. You see, that's reduced down really nicely. Wow, wow. That's looked good. Let me just taste it. Oh yes, beautiful, beautiful. Just like a mom. Okay, right, so this is gonna be, that looks like it's ready. Let me just put a little bit of something in there. Yes. I think we're just gonna leave it like get a little bit hotter. And in the meanwhile, what we're gonna do is what I call a soft roll, because I don't want too much. Let me move this out of the way because we don't need that. Just do like a soft roll in the bread crumbs that are left over. See? Just to skim it a little bit. Because I don't want it to be too breadcrumby. Because remember, it's got breadcrumbs in there already, right? Yes. And look how nice those look. Yes. Oh. All right. All right. And that's what we're going to use up the rest of our breadcrumbs, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. All right. Lovely. I tell you what, we can stick these in there. And I'm going to turn that down. All right. I was thinking that this pan wouldn't be big enough, but it's actually just about the right size. Not bad. Oh. Yeah, that's a great way to get it shapes them, which is kind of cool. I like that. Woo. Guys, you live and you learn every day. Voila. So that's gonna take about 3-4 minutes on that side, and I'm gonna turn it, and it's probably gonna be I reckon about 4 minutes one side, you turn it, 4 minutes on the other side, and then it's gonna take like another 4 minutes. You know, you just turn it after about 2 minutes. But basically all you're trying to do is like brown it. Everything in there is cooked. The onions and all this kind of stuff gonna get a chance to heat through. It doesn't really matter. Some people like to use onion powder, but I like the crunch of the onions. I like the crunch of the herbs and all this kind of stuff. So what we're gonna do is let this cook for a little bit, and then I'm gonna keep turning it, and then we'll be ready. Let me see what's happening. You see how it's getting kind of brown on that side? We wanna turn it, see? Look, right? And we're gonna get these ready for cooking. But I haven't cooked all the way through yet, right? So, okay, I don't want to destroy these, so I'll be real careful. The pan is actually probably a little small, but that's all right. We can still manage it. You know, I'll use this. Yeah, that's better. Look, see? Yeah, look how lovely these are looking. What we call the Channa meatballs. Very good. I like this a lot. And I learned how to make this from a nonna, Italian an Italian mom of a friend of mine in when I was sort of hanging out in Perth, Australia, believe it or not. And actually I learned how to make a proper passata as well, you know, and a proper tomato sauce. So this is to her, Nonna Callisto. She knows who she is. Thank you. And they're so beautiful. And they're like, you know, you eat like this, you don't need to, you know, you don't need meat. Because actually Channa, it's got so much vegetable protein. It's got probably more than about as much as when you're eating like a steak or something like that. And you know, it's good. It's proper protein. It's good. You know, you're not apologizing when you're eating stuff like this. And that's got that beautiful cheese that's in there. Yes. Okay, so let's let that rest for a couple of minutes, and then we will be back, and we're just gonna put the whole thing together, and we get Miss Jessica to taste. Yeah. Welcome to the world of the singing chef. We gonna make you sing and you taste buds red. From the Cameroon River to East Coast, my beast to the eastbound shore to Georgetown City. I go Winnie what I go to the hinterlands, from the Quarantine River to Linden Town. All we want for you to do is sit back and enjoy the show. So just take your time and then come Louis. Here's red dudes. Whoa. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Look at that. Look at that cheese. Look at the cheese. Oh God, it's so good. Yeah, I think these are ready. We're ready to take those out. Yeah. Welcome to the world of the singing chef. We gonna make you sing and you taste buds red. From the Cameroon River to East Coast, my beast to the eastbound shore to Georgetown City. I go Winnie what I go to the hinterlands, from the Quarantine River to Linden Town. All we want for you to do is sit back and enjoy the show. So just take your time and then come Louis. Okay, fabulous. Let's take these out one by one. These glorious things. Here we go. Let's get these. Fabulous. Look at those. Oh, look at this one. This one's got like the cheese. The cheese is like, please. Lovely. It's gonna be a beautiful surprise. A beautiful surprise. Put that one, and last but not least, go baby. Okay, we're gonna put this together and get Miss Jessica to taste it. This is our sauce, and our pasta is ready. So we just gotta plate this up. Beautiful.
Singing chef, we gonna make you sing and your taste buds red. From the Pomeranian River, the East Coast, my beast to the eastbound shore to Georgetown City. I can Winnie walk about to the hinterlands, from the Quarantine River to Lindentown. All we want for you to do is sit back and enjoy the show. So just take your time and then come Louis.
Fabulous. Okay, so let's get some pasta in there. Yes, lovely. We're gonna get a couple of these meatballs. Actually, just one to be good. And a little sauce to go on top. Right, and I think this is ready for Miss Jessica. Okay.
Yeah. Welcome to the world of the singing chef. We gonna make you sing and your taste buds red. From the Pomeranian River, the East Coast, my beast to the eastbound shore to Georgetown City. I can Winnie walk about to the hinterlands, from the Quarantine River to Lindentown. All we want for you to do is sit back and enjoy the show. So just take your time and then come Louis.
Okay guys, here we go. So let's ask Miss Jessica to come in here and give our chickpea or Channa meatball with spicy ragu on some fusilli pasta. Could you have a try, please?
No, I would have never have thought this. I would never have thought this, but I do think we need to look at vegetarian options, both economically and from our health point of view, and for our lovely friends that are vegetarians, vegans. So this is going to be interesting.
I'll tell you what, try cutting into it because I want to see what's with the little surprise on the inside. Yeah, let's try cutting into it. Open it up. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Cheesy. Look.
Oh, look at that. Yeah. Oh, wow. There, that's good.
Now, what I love about this style of cooking is Guyanese food with a twist.
Yeah.
Right, and we can all say, yes, we can eat Channa, and everyone thinks that's what it is, but it's actually developing it, furthering it, see what else we can do.
Yeah, there's lots of other things. Always, yeah, push the boundaries.
This is why it's Singing Chef Adventure. It's an adventure in food.
That's right. That's right.
Do you know that tastes surprisingly meaty?
It's really meaty. I know. It's like, it's shockingly meaty. You know what? I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna try some myself because that it's like. Now, okay. Let me try some myself. Let's see.
That is
because it just looks too good. I'm like, what?
I'd never have thought you could have put these together and create something like this. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Let's not.
Oh my God!
Let's not do the same old things in the same old way.
Well, you can if you want, but
yeah, but let's just.
If you could try some of this, I'm telling you, you won't believe Channa tasting like meat. It's amazing. The flavors. Oh my God. It was like meant to be together. This is that's so good.
We're gonna have to serve this when our vegetarians come for dinner in the secret garden.
We have to.
They would never. You'd never have tasted this before. Oh, it's really good.
Yeah, it's like, actually, would you like to just tell me a little bit? Oh, that spicy ragu sauce is really nice.
It's lovely.
It's got just the amount to eat.
It goes well with the chickpea meatball.
Yeah, because
it has no meat in it, by the way. It's just a term.
It's just a bit, you know, it's like about meatballs. Actually, while we're on that subject, you can tell them about our tours. You know, like dinner in the secret garden.
Yeah. Well, we got the dinner in the secret garden. All these can be found on the Singing Chef Adventures Facebook page. We got the 7 curry tour, which is a favourite, a 1 cent magenta tour, and a Taste of Freedom tour. But we also have a really, really, really lovely time with this TV show. It's so much fun exploring food. Like we explore Guyana, we explore the history, we explore the food, we explore the people, we explore the music. And Guyana is a really tremendous, wonderful place to be. So I urge all of you, and I've been hearing from you, we've been hearing from you on our comments on the TBN
Yeah, thank you guys for your comments, and please
network when we
keep
put
them
our
coming.
shows out. Hi to all of you in New York,
Canada,
in London, in Berbice, and Guyana, all over Guyana. So,
and all our extra special friends from other places in the world. But like, this is just wonderful because like this is like a celebration of Guyanese ingredients, and we know we love our China, but imagine putting it together like this. It's just a lovely thing.
and today is our 40th show.
Oh! Okay, and we're gonna do like a stovetop master, right? Sort of thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to do 100 recipes that is just on the stovetop, no oven, right? So this is all part of that process, but they gotta be interesting and they gotta be really cool.
And healthy.
And healthy,
And
yes.
Guyanese ingredients.
And only Guyanese ingredients. Well, you know, Guyanese ingredients that are readily available, things that are readily available here. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in on this adventure. Please, can we see you next time, please? Because we got a lot of really beautiful things coming up. And thanks to TBN. And of course, just cheers for yourselves, for you guys tuning and sticking with us. And it's really turning into a beautiful thing. So we'll see you next time. Thank you very much.
Sundays, 8:30 p.m.
Yes,
TBN,
Thursday.
Guyanese Critic, Facebook.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, now this song is I Want to Fly.
I wanna fly, saying my last goodbyes. Yes, I'm screeching out this jam. Don't know why. Siren shouting at my name, but I ain't never slowing down. I wanna fly like a star over the rain. 6 days singing shell. Let we make you sing and your taste buds wet. All we want for you to see is how we living in a blessed country. Yeah.